last week, from last week's discussion, let me just introduce myself first, right? Okay, so my name is Mrs. Vera Afi Gyimah, and I'll be your host for tonight's discussion. So from last week, we had a fitness coach, someone who is actually a certified fitness coach, let me put it that way, who was here last week to teach us a lot of things. And one of the main questions we had was something pertaining our diet, nutrition. So we thought it wise to bring on board a dietitian tonight to answer our questions. Okay, so okay, she's here, so I'm just going to go right ahead and introduce her. We have our guest, a special person that I've known since 2018 or 2019. She's a bubbly person. She's an amazing person. When she starts talking, you agree with me. She actually has a degree in nutrition and dietetics. So she's a dietitian, certified dietitian. So she'll be here to teach us a lot and also be available to answer our questions. So without wasting much time, if you can hear me, kindly show yourself and unmute and take over, Miss Pinky. Okay, Agnes. Hi, Agnes.
Hi, Vera.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm good. You look beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for making time to join us tonight and share a lot with us. We already know it's going to be an amazing session. So over to you.
All right, thank you very much. So as she said, my name is Agnes Eshun and I'm a dietitian. Yes, I completed school last year. I'm still doing my service though. Yes, so I'm here to share with you some tips and also answer some of your questions pertaining to diet when it comes to fitness. Yes, I wasn't able to join the call last week because of work and all that, but I was able to watch the video, the recording. Yes, and I learned a lot of people were asking about fitness and diet, what to eat, what not to eat when you are exercising and all that. So I'm here to help you with anything, any question or anything about your diet when you are into fitness or when you want to go to the gym or when you want to exercise, either to keep fit or any reason at all. So I'm here to help you today to answer all those questions.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, the floor is yours. Feel free to flow.
Okay, sure. So sometimes we ask, people ask what is nutrition, nutrition is all about your diet and then how to stay healthy, or your diet and then what to help you maintain your health, good health, and also sort some medical issues. That's nutrition. It's basically what you eat and then how it affects your health. Yes. So people go to the gym or people exercise for a lot of reasons, but today I'm going to focus on 3 of them, which is mostly the ones that people focus on. So we have losing weight, gaining muscles, and also staying fit. That is the 3, because we have just 1 hour. I wouldn't be able to talk about all the reasons. So I'll talk about just the 3 of them. So I'll start with the weight loss. So normally, what I tell my clients who want to lose weight, not even only those who want to lose weight, in general, everyone in general, it's maybe like every 3 months or 2 months. It's good to detoxify your system, your organs, your liver, kidney, your GIT system and all that. It's good to detoxify them because most of the things that we eat, the chemicals, a lot of things goes on in our body. So it's good for us to detoxify our system so as to stay fit all the time. So with the detoxifying or detoxing, there are certain therapeutic juices and teas that help us to detoxify our system. which is natural, using our vegetables and our fruits, combination of them to help us to detoxify our system. I hope you all get it. Yes, so if you want to know more about these therapeutic juices and teas, you can actually hit me up after the call and then we'll talk about that. Yes, so these combinations help you to detoxify your system, which is very, very good for anyone who wants to lose weight or anyone who wants to stay fit. That is the first process before you even think of going to the gym and maintaining a healthy diet and all that. You need to detoxify your system first. So secondly, also you need to watch your intake of carbohydrates, your protein, your fat, and all that. For those who want to lose weight, we normally put them on high fiber diets, high fiber, low carbohydrate diet. This is because we get the carbohydrate food that we eat are being turned into sugar. And when that happens, when you get the sugar is being turned into the energy that we use for our daily activities. Sometimes someone is, let's say a sedentary person will eat 3 square meals a day, like morning, afternoon, evening, with even snacks in between. Meanwhile, this person sits throughout the day, he doesn't really do any activities, like he or she is not active. So it's not able to use the energy that they get from the food that they eat, the 3 square meals that they eat. When it happens like that, the excess fats or excess glucose that is left in the body is being stored as fat. That is what causes the weight gain. Do we get it? So when you want to lose weight, you have to make sure the amount you are taking in is equal to the amount that you are releasing. So your energy expenditure is supposed to be equal to the calories that you are taking. For someone who wants to lose weight, we put the person on calorie deficit. Yes, so the amount you take in is less than the amount you are bringing out. So let's say if you are supposed to take 1,500 calories, we make you take 1,000 calories so that the extra 500 that you will need will come from the fat that has been stored in your body. So the fat will be burned, and then you reduce that energy for your activities. So that will help you to lose the weight. That is the second point. And also the intake of your fruits. The fruits, although we are supposed to take fruit, but it doesn't mean we are supposed to take it in excess, because too much of everything is bad. And then the fruits also contain sugar. So if you take it in excess, it can also cause your glucose levels to increase. And then if you're not able to use it, it will be stored as fat, or it can even cause some conditions like diabetes. Because yes, when glucose levels are increased in your system and then the body is not able to use them as it's supposed to use them, it can cause diabetes. So yes, in as much as if you want to take the fruits as your main dish, or maybe if you want to replace it with your main meal, you can take it. So that means you wouldn't take your main meal, which is your normal banku and okra or your normal rice and stew. You take the fruit as your main dish. But if you're not taking the fruit as your main dish, you take it as your snack. That one, taking one orange as your snack is enough. Taking one banana or 2 is enough. Taking one wedge watermelon, that is the 2 CD or the 1 CD one, is enough. That's the example that I want to give you. So that is for the fruit intake, because you need the fruit to be able to help you absorb the nutrients, some of the nutrients that you get from the food. Also, yes. So there are some eating disorders that some people who want to lose weight actually encounter. So we have the anorexia nervosa. That one is starvation. Let me say it like that. So because they want to lose weight, they starve themselves for a very long time. It can lead to a lot of complications. So we don't advise that. There are a lot of healthy ways for you to lose weight. So you don't have to starve yourself to lose weight. Also, we have the bulimia nervosa. That one is eating low-calorie food. Like you just be eating, maybe if it's banku that you eat, you take just, let's say, 1/4 of one bowl of banku with a lot of the other fruits. Yes. So that one, if you need more carbohydrate, or you need more carbohydrate to be burned down into glucose for you to use as energy, and you don't get enough, this can also be a problem. And also the binge eating. Those who eat a lot, they eat a lot and then they go and throw up. That one too can cause a lot of problems. So we are done with the weight loss. And also drinking water. Sorry. Drinking water is very good for hydration. If you don't take enough water, we always take ounces of water. It's very true. If you don't take a lot of water, you go into dehydration, which is very bad for your health. So the second thing I'll touch on is please, if you have any questions, you can be asking or you can be putting them down.
Okay,
Then
so
when I'm done, you can be asking.
Someone was asking me backstage that you should give more examples. It's like right now we are having some lecture B. It's like they want more local examples that we can relate to. Like, I don't know if you get it. But when you were mentioning some GTIs and some things, even me, I was lost. So if you can come down to like layman language so that we can relate.
Okay, so with the weight loss, the first thing about weight loss or even weight gain or being healthy, it starts with your mind. And also, you need to be educated on all these things so that without even the dietitian, you can be your own dietitian. Do you get it? That is why I want to like educate all of us on these things so that even if I'm not there, you would be able to know how to go about your diet. Like the first thing we do as dietitians is to educate patients when they come in with any conditions or when they come in with any issues. So we educate them for them to know what these things are about, so that without even the dietitians, you can be your own dietitian and know what you're about. So it's not about me coming to give you like all these the therapies that you want to hear, and then at the long run you just go and then be doing what I told you without you being educated on all these things. Okay. Do you get it? Vera, do you get it? Yeah, so we need to be educated. I can't just come and say, oh, if you want to lose weight, eat banku.
No, we get it. But I was like in the beginning, you were not really linking it with an example that, like the way you later on started adding 2 cedis watermelon and something like that, so that the picture is clear. Do you get me?
Okay, so we are not done with the call. So okay, you guys will definitely.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah, it's the call is just one. I have to just do it in a brief for all of you to understand. So please, you guys should relax for me. You get to that point where maybe you have to eat this, you have to eat that. So yes, you guys should relax for me. So for the weight loss, yes, as I said, we put people on, or people want to lose, we put them on high fiber, low carbohydrate diets. That is, we increase your fiber intake and then reduce your carbohydrate intake. Because the carbohydrate foods that we eat, they turn into sugar in our system. If we are not able to use them, they are being stored into our system as fat. That is what makes us gain the weight. So if you want to lose weight, we put you on high fiber, low carbohydrate diet, because when the fiber is high and the carbohydrate is low, the level at which the glucose in your system increases very low, because the fiber is high. So it reduces the amount of sugar that comes or that is being absorbed in your blood. Yes, so I'm done with the weight loss. We go to the muscle gaining, those who go to the gym to gain muscles. So it's not anything big or any difficult thing. It's the same foods that you eat, that you are going to eat, but then you eat them in moderation, or you use, there's something called my plate. It's that is the quantity of vegetables you should take, quantities of healthy protein you should take, and the quantities of fruit, and also good oils that have on it. So with that, it's more because once you start exercising, so you need to increase your caloric intake. That's the food that you eat. So you'll be taking your carbohydrates, your vegetables, your protein, your fats, and then your
Agnes.
oils in
Agnes,
moderation. That's
we
in the
couldn't hear you
yes.
for like the last 30 seconds. We couldn't hear anything.
Really?
Your network was bad.
Sorry. Please, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. So I was talking about the gaining muscles and then what to eat. When you go to the gym to exercise, once you start exercising, there's increase in caloric needs. So you have to increase your caloric intake, which is your carbohydrates, your protein, your fat and oils, and then your fruit and vegetable, your fruit, sorry, you need to increase them. So when you come to the carbohydrate part, there are then fats that I just want healthy carbohydrates, oils, and then we should take. So with the carbohydrates, it's since we energy levels increases, we need the carbohydrate because the carbohydrate is our basic energy source. We get our energy from the carbohydrates that we eat. Yes, so there has to be carbohydrate. In as much as you want to gain muscles or you go to the gym to work out, you need the carbohydrate. Yes, and also when it comes to the protein is what is going to help you build your muscles, repair and replenish the muscle tissues and all that. So you also need the proteins. Also, the fat and oil. The fat and oil serve as a store when carbohydrate stores or glucose stores are inadequate in your body. Your body goes and then tap into your fats, your stored fats to be used as energy. And also there is the vitamins and then the minerals. The vitamins and minerals, as I said earlier, helps in the absorption of these foods that we eat, or the nutrients that we get from the foods that we eat. And also the water is also very important to stay hydrated. That's the muscle. Then we go to those who want to just stay fit. With the staying fit, you just focus on healthy eating. Yes, you stay with a healthy eating. That is in taking moderate amount of your carbohydrates, your protein, your vegetables. You make sure that your fiber is higher than your carbohydrates. And also you need to know how much active you are and then how much you're supposed to take in order not to like gain the weight when you take what you are supposed to take, or when you take more than you are supposed to take. Please, do we all get it? Vera, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Vera?
We can
okay,
hear
sure. So there are certain conditions that comes about when we don't check our diet or when we don't eat healthy. So we all know all these conditions: diabetes, cholesterol, hypertension, atherosclerosis, heart diseases. They all come from we not eating healthy. There are some foods that we eat that are not good for our health, like the junk food. They are called food-like product. That is the processed food, junk food, these canned foods. All these foods are not healthy foods for us. In as much as we want to stay healthy, we need to limit the intake of these foods. And then we should make sure to eat healthy, natural food. That is the real food. That is the food that God has created for us. Our yam, our cassava, our plantain, our local rice, vegetables, our fruits. These are the real foods that we are supposed to take. So I'm not saying that you should stop eating junk food or this burger, pizza, you should stop taking it like totally. but once in a while you can falter and then take it. But then it's not supposed to be like the main focus of your dietary lifestyle. You're supposed to take more of the food-like product, that is the natural food that God has created for us. So, and then also we need to take more home cooked foods, because these outside foods that we buy, we don't know how they prepare it. We don't know the ingredient that goes into it. A lot of people do a lot of things just to get the money. Some people use Fanta to cook jollof. The last time one of the dietitians was telling us, and I was marveled, because how can you use Fanta to cook jollof? Like, what will it actually do? Yes, Fanta, like cook Fanta.
Is it for the
Fanta
color
to cook jollof.
Hey.
Pardon?
Is it for the color or what? Because
I don't know if it's for the taste, for the color, I don't know. So a lot of people use a lot of things. If you know the things people use in cooking to sell to get money, you won't buy from outside. So in as much as I know we all have busy schedules and all that, but we should make it a habit to eat more of the food that we cook at home. With that, we know what we are adding to it, we know what goes into it. So it's going to be more healthy. And also, we should prevent all these natural spices like Remy spices, Maggi. We all like using Maggi because it helps make our food like nice and taste good. But we can focus on the natural spices. We have ginger, garlic, fenugreek, we have coriander, we have fennel seed, we have cinnamon, turmeric. All these natural spices, trust me, if you use them in your food, you wouldn't need Maggi. You wouldn't need Maggi. It gives you the taste, the aroma, everything you will need in your food, because these are healthy spices to use. And then they have other health benefits. Like, it helps you decrease your risk of getting diabetes, hypertension. You'll be amazed on how these natural spices help us in preventing all these conditions. They are very good and they help. So you can actually try using these natural spices because they will help you. And also try, and if maybe you are not exercising for gaining muscles or losing weight, you can just do exercises to help you maintain your body stature and all that, to help you burn some fat, because we eat all the time and then sometimes we are not able to use all the energy that we get from the food to active for us to exercise or do some brisk walking, 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week, to burn some fats or start to share some fats to help us maintain a healthy state and all that. Yes, so I touched on everything. So the last thing I'll talk about is body-mind nutrition, our mind. We are entrepreneurs, and we know that our mindset is very key when it comes to entrepreneurship. Our mind affects us in every way in our life, not only in business, but in every aspect of our life. So when it comes to nutrition and our mind, we all know our mind is connected to our body and in every activity that we do. So how we think, how we do our things, how we behave actually affects the things that goes on in our body. So when we are in a happy state, when our mind is when we are happy, we are free from anger, when we are free from hate and all these things, our body processes, digests the food that we eat well. We tend to have good appetite to eat. We tend to absorb the absorption, and then all the process when it comes to our diet, actually in happy state. When we are in the happy state, yes, when we are in happy state. So it really helps us control, even our mind help us control diseases, all these health conditions that come when it comes to our diet, like diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol, and other diseases pertaining to our diet. It really helps. When you see our patients, we talk to them about how their mind is in connection with their body and how it helps them to heal faster, yes, from diseases. So in as much as we are trying to watch our diet and everything, we need to make sure that we are always happy. We are always doing things that will keep us in happy state. We are always doing things that will help us maintain a happy stature. Yeah. So if it's music that you listen and it makes you happy, I think it's very good to be always listening to me. Anytime you are angry or you are bored or someone annoys you, you can listen to music if that's what makes you happy. You can watch movies if that's what makes you happy. You can, any hobby that you do that makes you happy, you can actually do that to make you happy, because it also helps you to regulate your body processes when it comes to digestion, absorption, excretion of all the things that we eat. So when we are angry, or when our body is in the anger state, stress, when we are sad, when we are in hate, all these things doesn't help our body to work well. Because imagine, for example, when you hear that someone is dead, or when they tell you a sad news, you don't even have the appetite to eat. When that happens, you don't even eat well. Even when you get the appetite to eat, your body is not able to digest the food well. Absorption doesn't go on well. Like, everything in your body doesn't work well. So we are human beings. We can't prevent getting angry. We can't prevent getting into all these states. So we should, in as much as we get into this state, like being angry, being sad, and all that, we should just switch quickly to the things that happy. Like, if you get sad, you can listen to music if that's what makes you happy. You can watch movies if that's what makes you happy. Me, for instance, when I'm sad, because I like movies, I like listening to music, I like dancing, I like doing like hyper activities. It makes me happy. So anytime I'm sad or angry or anything, I just focus on this activity that makes me happy. And it really helps, because a lot of things that goes on in being controlled by our mind. So we should try as much as possible to regulate these things when they happen. Yes. So to end with, I don't know if I've touched on everything, but if you have any questions, you can ask and then I'll address them respectively. So we should make sure we eat healthy, and then also healthy thinking, that is being in the right state, gives birth to healthy eating and healthy nutrition. We should choose real food. That is the food that God created, the natural food. Our cassava, our local rice, our vegetables, our fruits. We should choose more of this food and then leave the processed food. Most people, let's say the rich people, I won't say the rich people, a lot of people who are busy, wake up at 5 to beat traffic to go to work, don't get the time to eat at home, and then they focus or put all their hunger on outside food and then this junk food and this processed food. We should try as much as possible. Maybe you can cook maybe during the weekend. I know you get tired during the week, so the throughout the weekend you stay in and all that. But if you really about your stay healthy, I think time, Saturdays or Sundays, a day, it won't take a long time or the whole day for you to cook, and then maybe keep them in the fridge and then taking it to work as and when going to work. So if 80% that you eat natural and the healthy food options, is going to help you, because the work that you are going is you get the money, but then you won't be healthy, and then you use that money to take care of your health, which is very bad. So we should make sure that we focus and then take more of the food-like products. That is the natural food or the home cooked food, the foods that we cook at home, and then reduce the intake of this junk food, the KFC, the burger, the pizzas, the canned foods, and all that. Even in the preparation of our meals at home, we should reduce the use of canned foods. That's the sardines, the canned beef, the baked beans. We know the canned foods and the processed foods that we use at home. We should reduce them and then use more of them, because I don't think when it comes to sardine, we have fresh sardines that you can actually grow and then or fry and then use it for your food. That can make your food equally nice as using the sardine. When it comes to baked beans, we have natural beans, green peas, that you can use to prepare your food and then get the taste that you want. When it comes to the canned beef, there's natural beef, like the beef that the butchers sell. You can get it, grind it into the texture that you want, and then use it to prepare your food. So all of these processed foods, that because they are easy to get and then fast to use, and then we get our food in not less than 10-15 minutes, we tend to use them a lot. But then these processed food contain a lot of sugars and salt that when we eat, it spikes up our sodium levels and then sugar levels, which is not good for us. So it's better we focus, or we use more of the natural foods to help us in our dietary lifestyle. And also, one thing I want to touch on is, for those who want to lose weight, losing weight is not an easy task. People think losing weight is easy, but it's not easy. When you need to know that it's not going to be easy. You need to know that it's not going to be easy, but then it will be easy if you are determined, you are consistent, and then you are determined to actually lose the weight. You don't start today and then stop tomorrow because you think it's too difficult. Myself, it wasn't easy for me. I was weighing, as at January 15, I was weighing 69. I was almost obese. I was at the borderline to be obese. And then I was like, nah, I need to watch my diet and then lose some weight, because it's not healthy and all that. So I started with the weight loss journey. I don't like taking medicine, so I didn't really take any medicine. And the exercise too, although I like going to the gym, but because of my work schedule, I wasn't getting time to exercise. So I just used diet to lose the weight. I just focused on eating more fiber-rich food and also eating lesser than I require. Because when I go to work, apart from some rounds that we do at the ward, we don't really do any active, or we are not really that active. So I don't eat more than my body brings out, or more than I expend, that's my energy expenditure. So I eat lesser than my body requires. So when my body uses that energy that I get from the food, it goes and it taps into the stored fat in my system to burn and then to use as energy for my activities when the energy that I've taken in is finished. So after April, I was able to lose 10 kg. So from January, I think I started the weight loss journey in February. So February, March, April. So in 3 months, I was able to lose 10 kg. I was surprised. It wasn't easy, it was difficult, but I mean, when I want to do something or maybe when I want something and I want it bad, no one can stop me. I just do it and then I get the result. That is what I like to do, and that is something that I like doing. So it wasn't easy, but I was able to do it. So if I was able to do it, I think you can also do it, or anyone who wants to lose weight can do it. And then some people too, they are built in a way that, let's say, I have a friend who is a bit chubby, like Nimuojo, and then she has been trying to lose weight and all that, but then she can't see she doesn't see any difference in her body size and all that. That is because not everyone can start weight loss and then become very, like, let's say someone who is like, I don't know who to use as an example, someone who is big cannot become like Vera. Not everyone. It's like not everyone can become like Vera or can become like me right now when they want to lose weight. Some people can become like that, but then not everyone. You can try everything possible, but then you still be in your state. And also you can be exercising and then be building muscles. When you build muscles, there's something we call BMI. It checks or there's a machine that you use to check your body muscles and then your fat and all that. Very, I know you know that. So it can tell you the percentage muscle and then the fat. So if you go to the gym, you build muscles and then the muscles can replace the fat. So if maybe you weigh 69, you start going to the gym, start eating healthy, and then after 3-4 months, your weight is still 69. It doesn't mean you are not losing fat. You've lost the fat, but you've gained muscles. So you just don't go and stand on the scale and then say that, oh, I've not lost weight. You've lost weight and gained muscles. So check your muscle percentage and then your fat percentage to know how much percentage fat you have and then percentage muscles you have. That's when you can say that you've not lost weight or you've lost weight. I hope we all get it, Vera. Do you get it?
Yes.
Good. So that is about the losing the weight. Okay. Yes, it won't be easy, but you need to try if you want to stay fit, because this fat, the stored fat or the excess fat in our system leads to a lot of complications that we all know, as I've been talking about, the diabetes, the hypertension. They all come as a result of the fat, the excess fat in our body. It's not any different thing it's the excess fat in our body that leads to one condition. Like when you have excess fat, the blood vessels narrows. When it narrows, your blood pressure levels increases because they are not able to move freely into the veins and your arteries to get into the body part. So it causes hypertension. When hypertension comes, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to high cholesterol, it can lead to heart disease, stroke. They are related, they are interrelated. Once you get one, there's a high chance of you get, or a high risk of you getting that. So in as much as we all want to stay healthy, we should make sure we prevent any of these conditions, because once you get one and care is not taken, you can get the other. So we should make sure we stay healthy and then also eat the good on the natural food and prevent this junk food and the processed food. In as much as we want to stay healthy, we should prevent all these junk foods. Yes, because it's going to do more harm to us than good. Yes, so I have some slides that I would like to, or some pictures that I would like to start a plate. There's one that is like a plate.
Okay.
It shows yes, this one. Please, can you all see this?
Yes.
I hope you can all see this. Good. So our plate is a 360. It's a 360 plate. Let's say it like that. So from what we are seeing, our food or our plate, anytime we take our food, we take a plate of food to eat, we have to make sure that 90% of our food contains good carbohydrates. That is the high fiber-rich carbohydrates, the brown rice, the brown bread, wheat bread. Yes, the good carbohydrates. We should reduce the intake of polished foods. That is our perfume rice. I'm not saying you can't eat the perfume rice. You can eat it, all right, but then make sure that the perfume rice you are taking is lesser than your stew or your soup or anything that you are adding to it. So 90% is supposed to come from your good carbohydrates. Then almost half of our plate is supposed to come from our vegetables. So the stews, the soups, yes, the stews and then the soups. Anything that we are adding to our carbohydrates is supposed to be almost half of our plate. Then a quarter of it's supposed to come from our fruits. It's supposed from the good fats. We have nuts, we have pear. Pear came in season. Pear was in season, I think, a few months ago. So if you know pear is very good, I know you would have been like, you would have ate it as much as you could, added it to your food, because when it came, I add it to my food every single day. Any food that I eat, I add pear to it. Yes. So it's very good to add pear to our food. And the good oils, we get good oil, some good oils from our nuts and then the seeds, the granules, the soya beans. We get good oils from all these seeds, nuts and seeds. Also our good proteins. Okay. We have
Agnes, let me come in. Some of us are thinking that it's 90%. It's actually 90 degrees. So I just wanted to clarify that.
90, as in,
they were thinking
just
90
like that.
Yes.
You don't use the 360 plates. Is that what you are saying?
No, I'm saying that in the comments, they are thinking 90% of the plates. So I'm just saying that it's not 90%.
Oh, no. But can they all see picture?
They can see. I think they were just confused a little.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Please. Sorry. So as I was saying, not 90%. Oh, 90 degrees. Sorry if I said 90%. Sorry if I said 90%. So 90 degrees is supposed to come from the good fat. Then almost 180 degrees. That is, let's say, 170 supposed to come from our vegetables. That is the soups and then the stews. Then the 20 degrees, supposed to come from our fruit, 20 from our good fat, and then the protein, which is our eggs, our chicken, our beef, our fish. Yes, it should come from this. So Vera, can we go to the next picture?
Yes.
The food actually. Good. So this is a picture of how your plate is supposed to look like. Any day, every day you pick a plate to eat or you pick food to eat, it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be colorful. It's supposed to be attractive so that it gives you appetite for you to eat well. It brings out the happy hormones for you to eat well. Yes. So this is for the first picture. You are seeing yellow rice, your vegetables, your stew, and then your chicken. This is how it's supposed to look like. When it comes to the second one, there's wache. You see the amount of wache. People go to the wache seller, buy 5 cedi wache. They don't even buy leaves. They buy macaroni, they buy gari, get their egg and then their fish with no vegetables. You are eating sugar. It's total sugar that you are eating because you don't have any fiber there. When you eat the rice, it will turn into sugar. And then if you don't use all those sugar or the sugar in your body, it will be turned into fat. That is what actually leads to the weight gain. The third one is, I think, wheat. Yes, see the amount of wheat. Although wheat is high fiber, it's very small with a lot of vegetables, with your good fat, which is the pea, and then also your protein, which is the chicken breast. As I said here, the wache is the same thing here. Then this, I actually don't know what it is. But then you can see it's a mixture of vegetables and then meat also. Yes. Where can you go to the second picture on the food? Yes. So if you want to eat bangkun, kenke, all those things, yes, you see the bangkun. It's not 4 balls of bangkun with your okra soup. The fourth picture, it's just 1 ball of bangkun, and it's not like the ball of bangkun is not very big. It's very small with plenty okra soup. 1 fancy kinke with more vegetables, your face. This is how your plate is supposed to look like. I hope you all understand. This is how your plate is supposed to look like. You don't have to have more carbohydrate than the protein and then the vegetables that you take. You have to have all of them in moderation, but then your vegetables are supposed to be more than the carbohydrates that you take. Where the next picture? I think, yes. So the ampesi, yes. When you see the first picture is, I think, kinky. I think it's millet kinky with soup. You see the bowl of kinky and then the soup, more soup. People go to the fufu joint to buy fufu, 5-7 cedis. They eat all the fufu and leave the soup, chew the meat, leave the soup. It's just sugar that you've taken in. If not, you don't have it. Once it goes into the body, it turns into sugar straight away. So you can minimize the quantity. You can buy like 5 cedis or 4 cedis fufu. When you're done eating it, you drink the soup because the soup is going to make you full. You don't take just the fufu and then leave the soup. You have to take the soup because if you take the soup, the quantities of fiber is going to be higher than the carbohydrate, and the amount of sugar that is going to get into your body as compared to when you take only the fufu and leave the soup will be lesser. Do you get it? Because it's like a strainer. You see, when you use strainer to strain something, let's say palm kernel, when you pound palm kernel and then you are straining it, because there are the chaff inside, it takes time before the water drips out. That is how it works when you take more fiber-rich food as compared to when you take high carbohydrate food and then low fiber food. You really understand? Yeah, the second picture is cocoa board plantain with your palava sauce. You see, it's just 3 pieces of the plantain. People will ask, why is it that the ampesi, the ebunu one, the unripe one is 3, and then the ripe one is just 3 cut ones? This is because the ripe one contains more sugar than the unripe one. That is why, yes, that is why the quantities differ. So if you can eat more, if you would like unripe or ripe plantain, I won't stop you from eating ripe plantain because there's a lot. So you can take it, but then in moderate quantities, and take more of your stews or soups or anything that you add to it. You can increase that and then reduce the quantities. And also when you eat more of the fiber and then the low carbohydrates, it will make you full. So you won't even be able to eat more of the carbohydrates, because we take more of the carbohydrates because we want to get full or we want to satisfy our cravings or our hunger. When you eat more of the fiber or more of the vegetables, it also makes us full. So why don't we eat more of the fiber and foods and then reduce the carbohydrate? Because at the end of the day, we are going to get the same result or the same goal that we want to get, that is getting full. Yes. So it's better to eat healthy than just eating for eating's sake. So yes, as I said, this is a breakfast, your tea, and then with the egg, there's vegetables, and then that's more of the vegetables. This one, the person didn't even add bread, but you can add bread, can add a slice or 2, but make sure that the egg or the vegetable you are going to add is small. Yes, Vera, can you go to the next picture? The next pictures talk about, no. The fruit ones.
Okay. This.
Yes, so yes, it talks about the quantities of the fruits that we should take. The fruits, as I said earlier, contain sugar. So whilst we are taking it, we should know the quantities that we are supposed to take. And we advise that you take fruits as snacks in between your meals. Yes, so if you want to take watermelon, as you can see, you can take this size of watermelon. If you want to take pineapple, you can take this size of pineapple. These are the quantities that you are supposed to take as your snack. People go and buy how do I call it?
Sorry.
Yeah, why are you laughing? Yes. People buy banana like 10 or maybe 5 or 6 of this, 6 at a time, and then eat everything. Do you get it? It's not good because there's also sugar. So when you eat it, it turns into sugar, and then if you don't use that, it also turns into fat, and then you gain weight. So yeah, Vera, can you go to the next?
So it's not healthy to eat fruits like when you're hungry at night and then you want to eat a lot of fruit. It's not healthy.
You can't, not a lot. So if you want to eat at night, the latest time we advise you eat after 6, you've taken your supper. That is if you want to eat. But if you don't want to eat like a main meal, you can take fruit as your supper. But there are some people who don't sleep early and tend to, because if you don't sleep early, you can feel hungry whilst maybe you are doing whatever you are doing during the night. You can't take 3 apples at that time, Vera. You can take just 1. 1 is enough. Okay. 1 apple is enough. You can, the fruit, I'm not saying you can't take them more. You can take them. You can take the fruit. There's mid-morning snack, mid-afternoon, and then evening snack. That is the fruit for those who don't sleep early, like 10, 11 there. So maybe if you are done taking your supper at 6 and you feel hungry around 8, 9, you can take 1. So 1 apple won't be enough. 1 apple should be enough. You can drink a lot of water. Water can make you full. Yes, okay. So there's no harm in drinking a lot of water. Most of the time, people say drinking a lot of water is bad. Please, it's not bad. It's a lie. Drinking a lot of water is very good. Just that it will disturb your sleep because you're waking up to go and pee and all that. So if you are hungry, you want to eat, don't go and put your hunger on taking 3 apples, 4 apples. You can take 1 apple, drink a lot of water, you'll be okay. Yes. So as with the apple, the pawpaw, that's the slice you're supposed to take.
Someone said in the comment that she ate a whole pawpaw, one sitting.
As in the full one.
Yes, yes.
Please, you should help. Like, you should be disciplined. Yes. When it comes to diet, it's all about discipline. You should be disciplined. Yes, you should be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you won't be able to do it. You won't be able to maintain good health. You should be disciplined. This is in every aspect of our life. When you're in business, you should be disciplined. When anything that you do, you should be disciplined to get the result that you want to get. Yes. So orange, this is the funny for me. This is how you're supposed to take. Some people can sit at a table and then take 4 or 5 oranges. And also, it's good to take the roughage. People just drink the juice and then leave the roughage. The roughage is good to help you free your bowels, to help you also. It's also fibers, so it's good to take the juice and then add the roughage because it's also good. You don't just drink it.
You are telling me one.
For the banana, if it's the foreign one, you can take 2. But if it's the local one, you can take 3 because that one is a bit short.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Guys, sorry, but I know it's hard. I know the normal thing that we used to do. We can all sit down and take like 5 fingers of banana, 6 fingers with our granite and all that. But in as much as we want to stay healthy, we should be disciplined in controlling our diet. That is why you can take it mid-morning, mid-afternoon, and then in the evening. So if maybe you have 6 pieces of banana, you can take 2 as your mid-morning snack, 2 as your mid-afternoon, and in the evening you take the 2. You are good to go.
Okay.
You don't sit and then eat everything at once. Nah, it's not going to help. If you're not able to use the energy, to just be stored as fat. Yes, so that is it. And also, I know people like mangoes and can sit and eat 5, 6, even 10. People can use all that. But as I said earlier, we need to be disciplined and then control the amount that we take in. Yes, so Well, can we go to the next
slide? Running out of time, so we have to wrap up because I need to
get okay, sure. Sorry guys. So
any question here.
With everything that I've spoken about, we should be happy all the time, eat in moderation. We should make sure that we know what we are taking in, and also we should be active a bit, added exercise to our daily activities, because most of us go to the office, sit down throughout the day, don't really do any active, not really active or do anything that is very high. So we can add exercise to actually help us burn some fat. So yes, I'm open for any questions or all the questions that.
Okay, so we are done with the guys. Okay, all right. So I'm getting to the comments now. I have to go all the way to the top because there were lots. Okay, I think I'm almost there. Okay, all right. So from the top, please, is it true your blood group could be a factor to which food you must eat?
Please, it's not true. There is no scientific backings to that research. You can eat anything. Your blood group doesn't prevent you from eating anything or eating something that you like. That thing is not true.
Amen.
So we should forget about that.
Awesome. Because I saw some things and the person was like, oh, you can't eat cabbage if you are this blood. I'm like, hey. So
it's not true.
Someone said, what if food makes you happy? Really, Rita? Let me move on. Why? I I have a very unique experience as a foreigner when it comes to food and availability plus cost of living in Ghana. Okay, that was from Sarah. I was chatting with her backstage, so I offered a personal help to her. You know, she's a foreigner. I think she's from Kenya and she's living in Ghana. So usually when they come, they end up going to the mall to shop, and we all know how that goes. So it's very expensive to eat well if you're a foreigner. And the only place you know to go is the mall. When Agbogloshi, Madina Market is there. So I actually messaged her backstage that I will help
sure.
her. So which region are you in? Rita is asking. She's in Accra.
Me or?
Yeah, you.
I'm in Accra. In Accra.
Okay, I know diabetes is hereditary. Does it mean such people's sugar levels can never be managed since it was passed on?
No, please. If it's you go that maybe there's a history of diabetes in your family, doesn't mean you will also get it. So please don't put it in your mind that my mommy has diabetes, so or my great grandmother had diabetes, so the chin, I also have to get diabetes, or I also get diabetes. No, but then it's the lifestyle. You know, we are in our parents feed us or give us foods that they eat, like the lifestyle that they have, or their eating lifestyle is what they teach us. So if maybe we eat in the morning, we are eating pizza, you eat the pizza. If in the afternoon we are ordering food in, that's what they are going to eat. So it's a lifestyle. If your great grandmother or any of the family members have diabetes, doesn't mean you also get it. So right, living healthy. Do we get it? I hope I've answered your question. So if your great grandmother or your mother or anyone has diabetes, doesn't mean that you have the diabetes. And then diabetes can be reversed. Diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol, any condition pertaining diet can be reversed. So don't let anyone tell you that when you have diabetes, it can just be managed and it can be reversed. We had a lot of people. I'm doing my service at Rich Hospital, and the therapy we put people through have given us a lot of results. People come back and they say that their sugar levels have come to normal. We've helped a lot of people to maintain their sugar levels, or to get normal sugar levels, normal blood pressure, normal cholesterol levels, and all that. Don't let anyone lie to you. Blood sugar levels, blood pressure levels, cholesterol levels can be reversed. It can come back to normal with the right therapy, with the right diet, and with healthy dietary lifestyle. You can actually reverse them. So that is one thing that I want you to know. So it's the lifestyle. It's not because it's genetics you get it. It's the lifestyle. Yes.
All right.
And also one thing that I want to add, sorry, Vera, before you continue, and please, the healthy eating lifestyle, don't want to lose weight. When you start and after you lose the weight, you don't go back to your old. You gain the weight back. That is why people don't understand why they stop exercising and then good. You get the weight back because you have to maintain the healthy eating lifestyle that you did for you to maintain the weight. I've been able to maintain my weight till now. Right now I'm 58. Yes, and I've been able to maintain it since April. I'm still 58. So I've stopped the old lifestyle that I was having or I had, and now I'm using the new one that I used to lose the weight actually. So you don't go back to your old lifestyle when you start a healthy lifestyle. It becomes part of you. It becomes a new thing and becomes part of you. Don't stop. I hope you understand.
Yes. So Vera said, I'm always losing weight in my mind. Oh, Vera. So it means you need to take action since you already know what to do. Sometimes they say I should embrace my body. But when I look in the mirror, even me, I don't like it when I'm naked. At least people should motivate us to work out and stop saying we should embrace it. So I think that one,
please don't embrace it.
Do you get me? But then it's a way of being kind, because mental health comes into play here too. If you meet someone and the first thing the person says is, hey, you've become big, or you are already insecure about that. It's only our aunties and uncles that don't pay attention to those things. Anyway, really they'll just open their mouth and say, hey, you've turned into a bolo. But people who really care about you will say that and maybe tell you privately that you can gradually work on it. I think it's just for your good that they tell you to embrace it, but then work on it. Like, because it's your body, like Pinky, like Agnes said, it's about mind and body, right? If you are not kind to yourself, you can't work on it. So you need to embrace what you have. Then you gradually work towards reversing it. At least I can work out and make my curves and my cardio healthy. Okay. But
Vera, please, I wanted to add something.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing I have realized, or one thing I experienced when I lost weight, is people were saying that I looked nicer when I was chubby, like when I had weight. That is something that Ghanaians actually like. I don't know. Their perception about you gaining weight is like when you are big, you are living life. When you are big, exactly. Yeah. Please, I want to let you know, like, that you should forget about that perception. Take it out of your mind today if you have that perception, because it's one thing I experienced. Because a lot of people in my contact, when I posted back when I was chubby, and then my recent picture, and they were like, I look nicer when I was chubby. Meanwhile, when you get all these health conditions, see, when you work in the hospital, that is when you understand life better. You appreciate life better, because there was this time a lady who came in very young. She has given, I think she'll be in her 20s, like 25, 26. She had stroke. And I was sad. I was really, really hurt. She had just given back like 1 month ago. The baby was very small, but she had stroke. The girl is so pretty. Why? Because they are rich, and then they like eating these junks. They are always they are rich. They have the money, so they don't really care about all these healthy eating and all that. So they eat out all the time. From their diet history and all that, you can tell that they don't even have time for themselves to cook home cooked meals for themselves. Do you get it? She had stroke, and it was so sad. Anytime I go and visit her or go to see her, I just feel sad because they had money, and then no, it's not supposed to be like that. When you come to the hospital, you are the only person going to go through all this stress, and then going to go through all this disease and all that. No one will come and be in your shoes and or come and take some of the pains for you. No, you'll be the one to go through the stress. So it's very, very good, or very healthy, to take on your health. Like, make sure, don't listen to what anyone say. In Ghana here, or Africans, I don't know if it's every African, but whatever you do, they will say. If you do the bad thing, they will say. If you do the right thing, they will say. Anything that you do, they will say. So just do what you think is good for you, what you think is going to help you. Once you know this is what is going to help you, do it regardless of what people are saying. That is what I would want to add. Yes.
Awesome. So some of us, we follow the diet and train as well, but the stress is making us gain weight. So do you suggest what do you suggest for us to lose the weight?
Okay, so when you are stressed, what do you do to clear out that stress? Like, what do you do when you are stressed? You have to find what to do to stop the stress or to clear out the stress. That is something that you have to figure out on your own. I can't figure out that out for you. You have to know, oh, maybe when I'm stressed, when I sleep more, the stress goes away. So you have to make sure that anytime you are stressed, find time to sleep. By the time you wake up, you are good. So as I said earlier, it's part of the body-mind nutrition. When you are stressed, it can make you gain weight because your body is not in the right state to work well. So when you are stressed, make sure you find things actually will help you clear out the stress or stop the stress. So that is it. If you don't work on the stress, you can't work on the diet. You can be stressed and be eating and then nothing will be happening. You won't be getting any results. I hope you get it. Yeah. So when you are stressed, what do you do to stop the stress? Like, what do you do? You are supposed to ask yourself and find a solution to the stress. That is what is going to help you. Once you find a solution to the stress, you are good to go.
Awesome. So someone said, I love this community. We learn a lot for free. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you are not part of the WhatsApp page, reach out to us so that we add you. An evening well spent. Better than wasting my time scrolling TikTok. I know, right? TikTok, dear. Everything is sugar. We will die. But it's actually true. The carbohydrates is just sugar. I just ate, Rita said, I just ate a whole pawpaw. Guilty as charged. My uncle can consume 10 oranges and 3 full big pawpaws in the morning. Hey!
10 oranges. Did I hear 10?
And 3 big, yes, and 3 big full pawpaw in the morning. Wow.
Please, not healthy. So you can actually educate him.
Your uncle is a champ. He is. During mango season, my auntie can eat half buckets. The one banana, dear, it has never worked for me, especially with granuts. Okay, half bucket keke. We have a big basin to fill at home, and 3 people will finish in one night. The orange, no. If I take more than 5, I do use the washroom like 3 days. Okay, so it does help you. I've chopped banana like 10. We are all guilty. I'm sure the dietitian is even guilty too.
So please, today we've all learned. Let us try, and it's not easy, but let's try. That is what I'll always say, or I'll say, let's try. Like, it's not going to be easy, but let's try. At least if you're able to do 80%, it's good.
Okay, can an ulcer patient take too much orange and pawpaw?
No, please, because when you have ulcer, your stomach is sore.
Have we lost it? Okay, let me just keep going. Is it true certain fruits can cause certain body part enlargements, like banana and cucumber to penis enlargement? Hey, who is that? Bridget Archer, boy. No one should come for you. I've come for you. I hope you guys can still hear me. I don't know, but I don't think that's true. I don't think so. I'm just speculating. The dietitian is having network problems and we are behind time, so we have to quickly wrap up. Oh, have I lost the chat? It's like I can't get to the end. I think that's it. Hello, Ifwa. If you can hear me, should I unmute you? I think you can take over for us. Ifwa, I've unmuted you. Can you please talk so that you take over? Yeah, hi Ifwa. So Ifwa was the person we had last week, our fitness coach. So she can hold in for Agnes whilst we try to reconnect with her. So okay. Ifwa, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I saw a question.
Okay.
Some of Rita Diamonds was saying people have allergic reactions to, like, certain blood groups have allergic reactions. Okay, now one thing I've noticed over a while is that sometimes everybody's system is different. So when you take in certain foods, not everybody's body can process it the same way. Do you understand?
Yeah.
For me, if I take something that doesn't sit well with my system, I'm usually bloated. Okay. You get it? So I think everybody naturally can actually listen. If you listen to your body, the body can tell you what it finds difficult to process.
I wanted to also quickly ask you, you see, most people, when we wake up in the morning, we have very flat stomachs, right? But the moment you get up and have your first meal of the day, then it's as though you're pregnant. So, and it happens to a lot of people. So what's the cause? Is there any cause to that? Is there anything we can do to prevent that? Or it's just normal?
Okay, it's not a bad thing, because definitely when you go to bed, or also sometimes also depends on what you eat, what you have eaten the night before you went to bed. Okay. Because usually if you're eating a lot of junk food or unhealthy food, most times you wake up with a tummy upset. Okay. And some of the byproducts of this food that you are eating is a lot of gas. Do you understand? So sometimes when you eat I don't know what to eat in the morning as well. So it also depends. But naturally, once you've gone to bed, your digestive system is not working because there's no food that is gone into the system for it to process. Do you understand?
I don't eat watching. I don't eat watching. So, okay, Agnes is back.
So definitely, when you start to eat, there's food entering your stomach. And then your stomach must process the food. So it's not really a bad thing, okay? But if you are constantly getting bloated, then you need to check exactly what you are eating.
Okay.
So it's not technically a bad thing. Really, it's not. But you can.
It's not a bad thing, because sometimes it's embarrassing. You've planned your body fitting outfit to wear somewhere in the morning. You wore it in the night. It was fitting. Your lower abdomen was flat. You wake up, you eat breakfast, and it's just embarrassing you.
Another thing also is we tend to rush through our meals.
Yeah.
Especially when we are eating, we are watching a movie or we're on our phone, we are distracted. We are not taking our time to digest, like to eat the food. Okay, so as you're also rushing the food, definitely too, maybe you can also be taking a lot of gas. I've noticed that before with people.
Yeah.
So I think we need to take our time when we are eating, like really chew the food before you swallow, because that can also cause it. Well, if say Accra life, you are rushing to beat traffic, you have breakfast. A lot of us will just gobble down the food so that we can get to wherever we need to take our car and head off to town. Okay, so we need to also look at these things. Maybe instead of rushing to the food, pack it, send it to the office, because you get there early and then you can take your time and then eat your food. So I also think it's one thing that we need to be very mindful of, like take your time and chew the food. I have a cousin who does that. Initially, it used to annoy me. She can take like 45 minutes to eat and the food is not plenty. But I realized that she never actually complains about being gassy or bloated or anything. So I learned something from that. She might be on her phone, but she's really taking her time to chew her food. So I also think we need to focus on those things, like really take your time to break down the food, because definitely if you're eating rice, some people swallow rice.
Yeah.
You get it, but you need to chew the rice and then so that it makes it easy for your system to process.
All right. Okay. Yeah, Agnes, you have something to say. We have to. Before. Okay, you talk.
Before we started the call, I spoke to one physician about the issue, as in your tummy is flat and then you wake up, you eat something and then your stomach becomes big. He was talking about some exercises. I don't really know much about that, but he was talking about your something muscle in the abdomen becoming large or something. So there are some exercises to do to close it or something. I don't have much knowledge about that. So that is what he told me. So they actually, if maybe you go to the gym or if I don't know if you know about that, the instructors or the fitness coach, if they actually know what they are doing, they will know where the exercises to help you do for you to prevent that. So actually it can be prevented, but it's not a bad thing as before.
As in the muscle separation.
You were saying something like there's something. I've actually forgotten because I don't know the science and then the.
I think I mentioned this last week, but that usually happens with pregnant women as their body changes as they're carrying a child. It usually happens. Like I was saying, everybody has a 6-pack. Okay. So there are definitely 3 packs on the left, 3 packs on the right. So there's the abdominal wall in between the two is what usually separates as you are carrying the child. Because you're carrying the child for 9 months, your body must constantly stretch to adapt to the baby's size. So definitely, if you're carrying twins, the size gets bigger. If you're carrying a very big baby, size gets bigger. So definitely when you are done, depending on definitely your lifestyle, after birth, sometimes you do have this separation. And yes, there are actually exercises that you can do to draw the muscles wall back. Okay, so that you can also prevent it from experiencing it a second time. So for me, I would advise that if somebody is Vera, please know what tomorrow, I just have to shoot that video. I forgot to shoot the video I was talking about, just to show people to check if they have that separation. You can do it at home. I just need to shoot that video tomorrow. So I'll do that. Thank you. I know you remind me because you call me plenty. So please remind me so that I get it done. So definitely the exercises you can do can bring the muscles wall back and then strengthen it so that it doesn't happen a second time. So yes, it's something that can actually be reversed.
All right. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ifwa, for holding in for our guest.
You're welcome.
So
did I answer all the questions before I went off?
No, but you answered 2 and then we wrap up because we are way behind time.
Okay, sure.
Someone is disturbing us in the comments that is it true certain fruit can cause certain body parts enlargement, like banana and cucumber?
Is it true that what?
Certain fruits can cause the enlargement of certain body parts, like banana and cucumber, for penis enlargement? It's Bridget Archer that is asking.
Okay, so when it comes to my field, they don't really teach us that penis enlargement.
Go and give it to your husband or your boyfriend. Let him take the come and report back to us.
But honestly,
okay.
So I can't say that is true. Okay. But I've had clients that wanted to gain weight naturally. So some of the fruits we put them on was banana and then mangoes because of the fiber content.
No, wait, is it just general weight or just the penis?
General weight. Whatever she's saying there, I can't answer that.
Emphasizing on penis, so.
For that one, because I don't have an answer for it.
Fruits, combination
I don't think it's possible.
There's some Abira being incorporated that says penis enlargement cream. I honestly
don't think that can happen.
Those things have side effects. They have side effects.
Embrace what you have with your full chest.
And also this you see the guys, I don't know if there are guys on the call, but like you can actually relay the information to your brothers and your boyfriends and your husbands. Those who take sex enhancers, the ones that make them have sex for a very long time or be on the lady for a very long time, they are not good. Naturally, God has given us natural energy for us to use to have sex. If you can go 30 minutes and you are okay, please, 30 minutes is okay. Don't go way above 30 minutes. Because
don't stress yourself. I said Bridget knows she should embrace what she has found. Won't pay her leave.
Even even aside that,
See,
honestly,
thank you guys. We need to wrap up. We need to be out of here in the next 2 minutes.
There are so many health effects. You are just putting more stress on your heart and other things. Like,
when you say what, don't go and kill someone's son. Embrace him the way he is. Best fruit. The last question is best fruit for diabetic patients. Best fruit for diabetic patients. What are the best fruits?
There are no like particular fruit for diabetics. Do you get it? If you like bananas, you can take your bananas. But as we said, the quantities, you are taking 2. You are good. 1 orange. That's what you are supposed to take. There's nothing like if you're a diabetic, that thing that if you're a diabetic, you can't take banana, you can't, there's nothing like that. You can take the fruits. Any food that you like to take it, you can take it. But then as I showed you guys, exactly the quantities that you are supposed to take. That's what you are supposed to, because the fruit actually contains sugar. So if you take them in high quantities, you get a lot of sugar in your blood. Yes, which can spike up your sugar levels. So just take them in the quantities that you are supposed to take them, and then you are good to go.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
And yes, so there are some.
My ex went to buy something like that. I didn't allow him. It's not me that you want to pound. Hey, this thing is going somewhere else. So let's do an end. Boy, Mama Zimbia, now what have you put turning me into?
Good.
You see, you are saying he's your ex because he could not. It's okay. You guys,
right? And the question's done.
Yeah, we are done. Why? Right now they are just catching cruise. We are done. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ifwa. Thank you, Agnes. Agnes, let's have your last in 30 seconds or 1 minute. Let's have your final words, and then we'll call it.
Okay, guys. I hope I've spoken about all your questions. I've answered all your questions. But so, in as much as we all want to stay healthy, as I said earlier, make sure we choose the real foods and then leave the processed and then the junk foods. We can take them once in a while, and also alcohol intake. I forgot to touch on that. Please, alcohol you can take once in 3 months. It's okay, or once in a month. But don't make it a habit. Every weekend that you go out, you take alcohol, because alcohol is full of sugar. Yes, so please let's reduce our intake of alcohol. Yes, so let's choose more of the home cooked meals. Let's drink a lot of water. Let's exercise to burn fat. Let's try as much as possible to stay disciplined in our lifestyle or dietary lifestyle journey. And trust me, to help us, I'm available if you have any health conditions that you want to use diet to treat, or if you need more dietary advice on any conditions. You can, I don't know if Vera has put my Instagram handle or number there. You can text me, call me, and then I can take you through all that. I'm available for all of you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Agnes. This was like sort of an impromptu call, but then you answered and it has been amazing. So thank you so much. You look beautiful. So thank you so much. I hope you queens and then the men here too, you got value. The recording will be uploaded this week on our YouTube channel. If you want to join our community, please feel free to just the poster. Once you search the name, you'll be able to get in touch with any of us to be added to our platform. We'll be having amazing things coming up. We'll even be having a debate somewhere this month. I don't know, very soon. So yes, we have a lot coming up. We also have our Telegram. You can join the Legacy Queens on Facebook as well. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making this an interesting session. We appreciate you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Nobody go ask if you don't chop. Nobody go send you free money. If you don't get now, you sabi. I don't scam. I heard that you're looking for love.